Questions, comments, Greg? Yeah.
So it's great to throw it on high, limit on the high side.
The temperature?
Moisture.
Moisture?
I'm on moisture, if I put 90% water station up there, a little bit.
Well, the running there is that if you have a lot of moisture, and like one of the things with Karl-Fischer, you can also put it inside an oven and sweep carrier gas into the cell. So if you have a lot of moisture, that moisture can come out so quickly it can blow past the detector without being seen. So that's an issue you can run into. That's the humidity sensor is contained within the box, so you don't have issues with condensation on the sensor. It's just it has to be able to see the water.
I don't think with working with Arizona Instruments, they do a lot of stuff with like corn and starches and bread, where they can detect the moisture in that, where they're talking 10, 20, 30%, which we're never getting there. One of the issues with plastic is we're talking at 0.02% moisture, so it's getting that specific. So we've never had an issue with moisture or anything, or getting too high of a number, other than it takes longer.
Yeah. Whenever we brought through, I've got some samples of what's called Fibrax. It's a plastic composite. It contains these samples contain about 2% moisture. So it's got a hefty amount of moisture, so you'll be able to see that. But again, sample size, you just have to go through your method development and find what works best for you. You can decrease your temperature, drive off the water a little slower. That's a possibility. Yep.
Have you ever seen any of this automated online?
Inline?
Yeah, right where they do a production, or they grab just automatically pull it off.
Because some of the method they do require some kind of manipulation. I've only ever seen where a person has to do it. There may be some robotic type system out there. I've just never worked with it. I would make a lot of money if you do that. Okay. Yes, sir.
Are there particular plastics that you would want to use Karl-Fischer versus the Arizona Instruments device?
Not really. I've never run into any. I prefer to use the Arizona or a moisture analyzer. I'll go with that first, just because it's easy to use, and we don't have to worry about all the dealing with all the chemicals, compounds, and it's a little more forgiving towards the user than the Karl-Fischer, even a well set up Karl-Fischer touch is.
I was thinking of PET, where you'd want it dried below, say, 50 parts per million. And is that still within the range of Arizona Instruments?
You'd have to use a large sample, fairly large sample, but yes, you can get down that low.
Okay.
What's fairly large?
A couple grams. You just want to make sure that whenever you'll see the vials out there. You don't want your vial. You don't want whenever the vial goes in, because the needle's stationary. The device pushes the vial onto the needle. You don't want to push the needle onto a chunk of something and plug the holes. Okay.